Three names, one word. Three people, one goal. This is what success was built on. Family, revolutionary ideas, one goal. 3 million ideas, one triple C. Killer Croc Customs, we run it differently. Not from Miami, but you know we bring the heat. Nova Vieira in the skies, no more cruising in the streets. Hold our heads up high for the change we bout to bring. Sting like a bee, no bite like a cobra. Bound to bring the green light, Yoda. Oh yeah, from the backyard to the showroom.
Halfway,
to the top floor,
kind of
let me show
halfway
you what we
out.
gon'
See,
do.
like right about here, which allows for more room to have a nicer kind of curve.
Youth on the side, but we never liked waiting. Leave our shoes on the pavement and our souls hit the skies. Open your eyes, let us show you the other side. Where dreamers can believe and their hopes come alive. Where each try their best and we learn how to thrive. Join us on our mission to change how we ride. To change how we ride.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Justin.
Let's go.
Welcome back to
Triple C.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Triple C here.
I'm Joseph.
And I'm Justin.
And welcome back to another episode of
The Triple C Show,
What?
number 79.
That was so bad. So if you guys haven't looked before, we had an update. This is kind of update part 2, right? So update part 1 should be before this. If you guys haven't checked it out, please go check it out before watching this video, because there is some good information. You guys probably wouldn't understand what's going on over here. Today, this update part 2 is the plans with the Libra. With that being our main priority right now, we want to be very transparent and have it on record what we want to do, so we can kind of keep it all together. If you please, take it away.
Thank you, Joe. So,
Back to what I was saying. No, okay, go ahead.
so for the Libra, right now where we're standing with the Libra in terms of the grand scale of things is that the Libra is currently being priced out. Today I actually reviewed it, and I realized I'm missing a lot of key components. What I mean by priced out is basically I took everything that a car needs and I did research individually on it. I had a very crap way of doing this. Basically, I'd come up with an idea like, okay, I need suspension. So I look at suspension components that I'm going to use for the prototype. Now, because it's a prototype, we don't have to custom make things. That would make no sense. It really wouldn't. So we just have to find a car to take them off of. Preferably, we want new parts. So we just got to find something we can work with to do this, then to do that. Instead of what I actually should have done, which we could thank the Iris or the Edie project for this this new way of coming up with things. We'll call it the Edie way. And
Sounds like the easy way.
so the Edie way of doing things is we take everything that a car has. We don't get prices or anything. We just focus primarily on writing down every single thing off the top of your head that a car has. And you could be as specific or not specific as you want. I see some for $8, I see some for $10. Let's just be safe, because you never know. Maybe things might go up in price. Maybe you might feel like, well, hey, they have these Rain Exterminator 5000s for $15. Maybe you'll want those. So you give the budget a reasonable increase, maybe to 20. And that's how I've been doing this with the Libra. So, to keep us less discouraged when we finally reach the budget, we actually have more money to work with than we really need, which is nice because me and Joe might say, well, we got a few dollars or whatever left over, so let's add this to it. And we can make the prototype better, and we'll have a lot more of a drive to, because now, we have some extra money out of it. So that's kind of cool.
What about like drawings and stuff like that? I know you've been doing a little bit of drawing.
Plenty of Libra drawing. Basically, when we fell off, I had to occupy myself with a project, so I chose the Edie. And little did I know that by doing that, I forgot how to draw out the Libra, which is insane to think about. But I did actually forget how to draw it. So recently, me and Joe had a talk, and Joe told me about a Hyundai product that we talked about in the last Triple C show, and that sparked some interest. So I said, you know what? Just why the hell not? Let's just start drawing things, because I knew there would be a time, like when we talked, like in the last episode, that we would have to decide Libra or Edie. And I kind of figured the Libra was going to win because there was just so much research done already. So I said, well, let's start getting into the headspace. So I started preparing for it. And I started mastering the drawings. Actually, believe it or not only understanding the Libra and mastering the original drawings, but improving on them and making definite versions of the Libra. Taking what I've learned from the Edie prototyping, my new way of drawing things, and you know, nice fine lines instead of strokes like that. I actually have some really nice looking Libra prototype images. The book isn't over there. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Talk about the elephant in the room here. I don't use my time wisely. so that's why I put so much time into prototyping things. Everyone's wondering, why am I not graduating college right now? That's why. Busy prototyping. So how do we leak that information out? Oops. Whoops.
That's too funny. With Justin getting back on the wagon with this, it really is going to push us forward as a company. And on top of that, with the Libra being compressed air, I definitely think we'll be pushing along more. And the fact that we've replicated it twice really puts us at a pretty high advantage here. So now we're just, as Justin said, we're kind of getting into the pricing of it. So Justin's got some pretty darn good, schematics of the system in the book, and we are going to be looking at those very, very closely.
The next generation Libra system is going to be primarily more electronic as opposed to mechanical. Although that could change because.
What do you mean by that?
Well, a lot of there's going to be a lot more actuators, a lot less interaction between cables and things like that.
Oh, gotcha. So what you're saying is you're taking a step from simplicity to complexity, which really brings in the aspect of a real car. I gotcha. Okay.
Yep. But I think on the flip side, knowing the way that I work most times, is I do favor mechanical over electrical, not only because of familiarity, but because of simplicity. And I think that that's also a really rare thing, because yes, there's a lot of cool prototypes coming out, but none of them are complex. I mean, none of them are simplistic enough to where a person with basic knowledge of electronics can figure it out. And I think that would be a cool niche if the Libra had that it would be easy to work on. Because if it's easy to work on, people can work on it themselves. Or, if you're not the type to get your hands dirty, the mechanics that work on it will charge a lower rate because it'll be easy to work on. So everybody wins at the end of the day. The mechanics will have an easier time, and the people owning the cars will have an easier time. Because the idea of the whole thing of the Libra being, half and half, as Joe said, is really for simplicity and longevity. And that is the most important thing of the Libra, not speed, not it being, ultra luxurious, not it being exclusive, but rather being a very, very, very competitive everyday car that is very simplistic to work on, to drive, and very, very, very economical.
Now, just as a quick question, what does that mean if it's gonna be a competitive vehicle, right? What does that mean for the price?
The price is up in the air right now, but what we'd like to do is bring it below $100,000, probably well below $80,000, $70,000, the territory that sadly most people cannot afford.
Yeah, I agree.
And a lot of people, yes, really strive to build premium stuff, but I think the premium market is very competitive right now, and there's plenty of examples of alternative energy in the premium segment. Tesla, Lexus, we've seen it. That's what you see mostly. You don't see very much for the other side of the spectrum, and that is what we want to cater towards, because there is a niche market and there's a very dedicated market, because those type of people need vehicles that are competitive, work, and are simple. And that's a market that I feel like we can help.
So with this Libra, and it's easy to work on, right? Do you think that there will be a positive effect on the car community? The people that love cars, love working on cars so much. Do you think that will have a positive effect, that they want to do it themselves, that because we'll have readily available parts and stuff like that, that they will be able to do it themselves and maybe even bring new people into the car community?
Well, the thing with the Libra is I'm a very strong believer, and everyone watching, and I really, really mean this with all my heart, I'm a true supporter of the people's right to fix. And I know there's been a lot of talk about that. There's been talk about certain brands making it very difficult for their customers to work on their own vehicle. There's plenty of they're closing up loopholes is what I'm basically trying to say. Here at Killer Car Customs with the Libra, I plan on making that a very easy thing to do. There's going to be plenty of loopholes because there won't be a single one. You can do what you want. So long as you follow the right rules, there's no reason why someone should be forbidden to work on their own vehicle that they've worked very hard to pay for.
Of
course,
yeah.
I like to think with a lot of that, where you have the choice, because there's choice involved in it, there's going to be a lot of happy people. And people are going to be very happy with their Libra experience, that they will want to pass it on to other people and such. The Libra would not affect the whole car industry as a whole in terms of, well, we're going to sabotage the car community and, break off car fanatics, which obviously would not make any sense, because me and Joe are car fanatics. We're going to obviously think of car fanatics as well. To some extent, of course, you got to think of profitability and the finances of the company. But if there's a little bit extra to spend and a little extra you can do to benefit the niche market, why not? If everyone wins, why not add more choices? Because it is Killer Car Customs.
So I think that's really it for the idea of the Libra. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Of course, if there's any questions, concerns, points of confusions, the whole 9 yards, just post them in the comments. We got your back. We'll answer them if we can, and if you made it past this video, thank you so much for listening. And I think with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like, comment, and with that, me and Justin will triple see you later. Peace, guys.